evening, viewers. So once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, we bring you the very best there. It has happened currently because the internet is on fire. A lot of regretting mood in the northern part of Nigeria because Nnamdi Kanu's case has gotten to the Congress House, and now the congressman has sent the U.S. Secretary to Nigeria concerning the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Currently, the Secretary of the United States of America is heading to Nigeria. He's on daily post. You can go and confirm it yourself. And they have stated that Kanu case should be handled with the right law and human rights. Reverend Evangelist, this Nnamdi Kanu case is going around the world, and now U.S. has shown interest to the extent that the Secretary of the United States of America is coming to Nigeria. My viewers, you can go and confirm this on daily post. It is currently trending online. What is your take on this? Nnamdi Kanu has gone global.
Yeah, glory be to God Almighty, because Jehovah knows how to do things at the appropriate time. Are you hearing me? My beloved brother, when I saw it, it was so, in fact, I'm impressed because the Fulanis, remember before me, the caliphate of the Fulanis elders visited Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison, pleading and asking him, to surrender, to throw in the towel of agitation of Biafra, and the UK Congress, UK Parliament too was discussing it, and before that May 30th, they sent men before, but Kanu turned them down. But this time around, it has been seriously discussed. I don't know if you are aware that Bola Ahmed Tinubu even visited Kanu in Sokoto. You can do your findings. Yes, he himself, his own men, the delegate he sent, Kanu turned them down. So finally, he visited Kanu. He said he want to hear from him in Sokoto, direct one-on-one. See, my beloved brother, when I got this news, it means that, I do tell people, all this news, this one that you see that come up now, it's not even the first time there are issues, but I'm happy that this thing is happening, because when I tell Nigerians, when I tell people, they don't believe what I say. Nigeria doesn't publish the thing that they are facing. In the case of Nnamdi Kanu will be better na Quran. If you say you can copy Quran, they might find a case in on a resin Nigeria because they never expected it. It has become a case study, the major study, because the Parliament, the U.S. Congress, the NASA of Israel, that is the Israel Parliament, UK, Australia, Japan, and the likes of you have deliberated seriously. Even in Italy, they have deliberated, and China, they have deliberated seriously regarding the case of Nnamdi Kanu. And they have actually found out that there was no trace, there was no vigorable, confirmed allegation leveled against him that is concrete, that qualifies him to be in Sokoto prison. There was no concrete evidence to crucify him. So what is he now doing in Sokoto prison? And remember, when the judgment was going on, he asked Mr. Judge Omoto, so the criminal, he paid the criminal judge, that he should show the law. And according to the law of Nigeria, are you hearing me? According to the law of Nigeria, if you want to judge a person, the person, the day of his judgment or sentence, must be in the courtroom. In his presence, you pass the judgment. In his presence and in the presence of his lawyer, you will show him the law you use to judge him. But in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, there was no trace of the law that they used to judge him. The case and the law they used was a repaired law, which Nigerian government repaired to favor the Fulani terrorists that is terrorizing Nigeria up to this very moment. Some days ago, like yesterday or day before yesterday, in Lagos here, do you know how many people that these people buy? Do you know how many that was caught in Ikorodu? This terrorist group. They have entered Lagos. I don't want to talk about the one or your state, the children that they kidnapped and they were demanding 100 million as a ransom, and we have government. You are not doing anything as a government. I'm talking about Nigeria, to make sure that insecurity, this spying that is going on, stop. And the people doing it, not that you don't know their family, not that you don't know where they are, not that you don't know their relation. If you can track Kanu all the way from Kenya and kidnap him, why is it difficult for you to track the ones that are in Nigeria here to bring them? You see why the matter is so serious, or is being taken serious by the congressmen after the series of discussion, after the series of debates, after the series of going through it. They now decided, okay, they have sent delegates in the court, a different court before Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to 25 years. Now, they are now sending the secretary. Do you know what it means? A whole secretary of the Federation of America to come and attend, in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, appeal court case. Though they have not fixed dates. And let me tell you, remember that the Secretary of State, in conjunction of the Federation of America and Donald Trump, recently gave Nigeria 5 billion naira to fight the insecurity in Nigeria. Remember, now, regarding to the court case, he will be coming. And the conditions are this, because freedom, agitation, self-determination is not a crime against UN law and against EU law, and not even America, because America colonized Liberia and Liberia was given an independence. In fact, I will tell you, apart from Ethiopia, Liberia was the oldest independent African nation, because they got their independence fully in 1865, fully. Do you understand me? And it was given to them by America, because it was America that colonized them. So you can't tell them anything about colony, or say they don't know anything about colonization, because they colonized nations and they gave them independence, freedom, without stress. You see why they sent this man. Kanu case must be treated according to Nigerian constitution, legally. Kanu case must be treated according to international law, which when you talk about international law, it comprises the UN, United Nations law. It comprises the European Union. It comprises the British, the colony that colonized Nigeria, because it is written there. It is not a crime for self-determination. If it was a crime, there is no way Ghana will get the independence from the British. There is no way Nigeria will get independent from the British. There is no way Zambia and the rest will get their independence from the British. And there is no way Congo, Cameroon will get the independence from France. And there is no way Liberia will get independence from America. And there is no way Libya will get independent from Italy. That is to tell you that self-determination is not a crime. It's never a crime. So internationally, it must be treated. Locally, according to Nigerian law, it must be treated. Because they are just trying to do what? To respect the sovereignty of Nigeria. Not that they don't have what it takes to come and demand for Kanu release. But they just want to respect the sovereignty of Nigeria as a nation. Because Nigeria as a nation has violated their own sovereignty. They have messed it up. And that is why the UN is in support of this movement. They gave their approval. Remember the last time before now, they gave Nigeria the last date, 60 days, and Nigeria failed. So Nigeria has violated their own law as a sovereign nation, and they have violated the law of the UN, which they belong. So definitely, the world powers has to come, they have to step in to follow the legal means, which Kanu has been demanded since. Now, they are going to follow that legal means to give him what he wants, because the people that are dying, that are committing the crimes that you are alleging against Kanu, are working freely, and the innocent man is the one paying the price as a result of hatred. That is my take, my beloved brother.
Well said, therefore, evangelist. As usual, you've done super analysis to it as usual. Please, my subscribers, if you are still watching to this very moment, I would like you to click that like button, subscribe, and share, so that you share to your brothers around the world. They will keep learning and being educated. Now, therefore, evangelist, the northern part of Nigeria is in serious panic concerning this move that the United States has made. For them wanting to send their secretary to Nigeria concerning Nnamdi and the Kanu case, Gumi has come out again, as usual, to complain that the US has no right to interfere, that Nigeria is a republic, Nigeria is a sovereign nation, and they were not colonized by the US. So they have no authority to interfere in a case that has been judged and settled. Therefore, evangelist, is Gumi right concerning the statement that he has made that Nigeria is already colonized by the United Kingdom? They have no right. What's your take on this?
Yeah, my take here is this, my beloved brother. I must be honest to us. Actually, America is not the one that colonized Nigeria, but America is a Christian nation who have interest and the helper of the Christian people in anywhere in the world. They are the world power. Remember, Gumi should not forget this. Yeah. America is the world power, not the British. They are the world number one, not the British. Even though the British are the one that colonized Nigeria, but the British has violated the law of the UN.
Yeah.
The British that colonized Nigeria has violated the law of the UN, which they themselves are inclusive. And even the constitution of the UN, UK was part of the people that wrote the constitution. So they themselves have violated their own law, written by them, submitted by them. You understand? Even down to this 21st century, where there is no law, there is no offense. Are you hearing me? Yeah. And where there is no offense, there is no punishment. You get the message? So Gumi should understand this, that as it is now, it is no longer the UK affair, but the world affair. And the world affair is no world affair than the United Nations and America. So they have rights because UK have denied their citizen. So it is no longer UK citizen. It is non-American Georgia citizen that is in Nigerian prison, Sokoto. So you see where UK have lost their own honor, their own dignity, and their own right over the case of Nnamdi Kanu and over Biafra. So Gumi that is saying that America should respect. America is, yes. If America is not respecting the sovereignty of Nigeria, they wouldn't have asked Nigeria to go according to their own constitution. Then at the same time, international law in regard to the case of Nnamdi Kanu. So they still respect Nigeria as a sovereign nation. And they still sign 5 billion naira given to Nigeria, respecting them too, despite the crime that is going on of the Christians, of Nigerians, which constituted by 99%, which are the Biafrans. Okay? So, if America is not respecting Nigerian constitution, you forgot that America is the one that has been sending aid to Nigeria to help to fight the insurgency in Nigeria. Then, the insurgency going on in Nigeria, Gumi and his brothers are the one committing it, including Nigerian government. You understand? So they want to their own dream. You say Turkey should come. Is Turkey the one colonized Nigeria? No, it's Turkey the one colonized Nigeria. If Turkey have rights to come Nigeria, definitely America have rights. Because Turkey is coming on behalf of the Muslims. Then America is coming on behalf of the Christians. And that is the way it is. So Gumi should shut up. That is why it's good to go school. When you are not well taught or well learned, you will be talking jargons. So Gumi is talking jargons because he is allowed to move freely. Somebody like him, imagine traveling to Saudi Arabia. A co-Muslim rejected him. But to look at him in Nigeria, still ranting.
Okay, talking about education, you said Shegumi is not educated.
He's
now, let's talk about Professor Soludo, whom you know to be a professor. He has come out to state clearly that Tinubu is leading Nigeria to the right direction, that Obi has no credential to lead Nigeria. This is a professor speaking. He said Shegumi is not educated. What would you have to say concerning Soludo, who is speaking and vouching for Tinubu 2027, and he is a professor? What do you have to say concerning this?
Listen to me. Certificate is not wisdom. Yes. And you have certificate doesn't mean you go to school, you can buy it. Soludo could be one of them. Who bought certificate, who don't know anything about the truth, or who knows the truth and decide to turn it upside down. And that is why the Bible says, woe, cause be unto them that see the truth and turn it upside down. Cause be unto them. In what sense? What did the Tinubu have? At least, what did he put in place that he want to use to campaign? Did the Tinubu have anything to campaign? You are talking about Obi. Did the Tinubu, when Tinubu ruled Lagos State, Tinubu were only managed to do what? Only two roads. Kudrat Abiora Road and the other the same. Finish. But when Obi was a governor, did you see any road? Do you know how much Obi left in Anambra? Pause. Soludo, I am waiting for your own tenure to expire. Let me see how much you will leave for the benefit of Anambra citizens. I put it as a challenge to you now. You think you go to school, you say you hold certificate, you go school or na school go you, now only God will know. But I want to use the opportunity to tell you that Soludo is playing in the gallery of what? The colonial master, which is the Fulanis, and which Tinubu was one of them. You understand? So all these things you are seeing is borrow and share. There was a video that was linked by very dark man. Tinubu stated it clearly. Borrow money and use it and share it for politics. Use it and run election and win election. Soludo collected his own. He's speaking to defend the money that he has collected from Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
God said, Biafran evangelist, finally, a Biafran agitator has come out to say that it is not Tinubu who is holding Mazin at the Kanu, that it is Uzo Jikalo and Soludo. What would you have to say concerning this? Allegedly, is it true, or they're just using that to rope the Igbo people?
No, it's not Hope Uzodimma.
No, not okay.
Neither Ojos Otalo, because they are not Nigerian presidents. And they are not in position to even do that. They are not the Attorney General. And they are not president. Neither are they the British. Because these are the three categories that have right to free Nnamdi Kanu. The House of Presidency, as the president, commander-in-chief of a nation, of a federation, have right to issue or you free him and everything will close. Then the Attorney General of the federation have right to go for it. And it will. Is it not Mahami or who was the former Attorney General of the federation who released this mighty Allah Abode somebody, that Fulani man? Once there was a time he was arrested and thrown to prison. It was the former Attorney General that went and released him. So why now they are now using it was Soludo, so not Igbo. They are just using that one to tag let's say their brother they hold. Forget that one. Or na propaganda or na politics. Thank you and God bless you.